I know, I'm always
Because
surprised.
if you don't know
I never expect it.
what happens
I'm just sitting here in my
every
backyard,
Sunday.
just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, boom, we're live.
Yeah.
There's a
And
pretty red bird up on the
those are
phone.
called cardinals.
Whatever his name is. It's pretty. It's
Yeah.
up on the. Yes. Good evening, everybody.
There's nobody here yet.
Oh,
Oh, there's 4 people here.
well,
But
all
no one has commented.
nobody wants
Nobody wants to
to
talk to
comment.
you.
So we're ready. We're ready. We got triple flavored twists to keep the dogs quiet, and
That's
we
good
have
for me.
lots of bananas for Kathy Bananas to keep her happy,
Okay.
and I got a Mexican Coke, which now I've become addicted to these things, and I've lost a lot of weight, and now I'm putting it all back one Coke at a time.
Oh,
But it's
no.
real cane sugar. It's not like high fructose. Well, it's supposed to be real cane sugar.
It might be high fructose.
Well, no, it says on the thing, cane sugar.
But that's not. They
And
lie.
look, the lettering is
They all
in
lie.
Mexico,
It doesn't
Mexican,
matter.
Spanish,
lie
the
too.
language, and it's no returnable. Coca-Cola Refresco, yes. So okay, and I had my tacos today because I'm turning fully Mexican.
Oh, they just have good tacos there.
I love everything Mexican now. And what else is there?
Zach's Mill Part and mashed potatoes says looks nice there. It's still winter in New York. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, really? It's June. It's June 1st.
It is June.
Although it's always winter in New York. When I think back of New York, even like nice, even like July was like dark and gloomy and like, just you had the pall of evil
In
hanging over
July?
it. New York, just
We
New
used
York.
to have fun in July. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it was still, it had
We
the
would
pall
go
of
to-
evil.
No, there
Oh,
was
yes.
no, there was no pall of evil. Not then.
I remember the pall of evil, okay?
No, that's not true.
Hello, Maggie. You,
So Territory says, Tony, have you had any threats from Ford guys since the video dropped? Blink twice if you need help.
I haven't looked at the comments yet, but I'm sure there are some really good ones in there.
Some unsubscribed people.
People unsubscribed?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want them anyway. We had too many subs. Get rid of some. Make room for others.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure people unsubscribe. Listen.
They said they unsubscribed.
Shush, shush. Okay, wait. Okay, let's see. That's why I got the emergency
We should have just gotten
dog
the big
treats.
ones.
Come here.
Watch the lamp
Wait, right
and
up
the
kiss?
dog.
Thank you. Okay.
The lamp and the dog.
The lamp and the dogs. I get it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I don't. At the rate they're going through these, I don't think Maggie.
Should have bought a big bag.
Come here. Come here.
It's
This is
okay.
the only package they had. Oh, come on. All right. What was I saying? I thought it was fair. I called the engines as I saw them.
Were you fair?
I believe-
No, well,
I believe
you
that I
weren't
was.
fair because what the thumbnail said, it was like, let's piss off the Ford guy.
Yeah, let's piss off the Ford guys.
So that's not fair.
Because a lot of Ford guys are delusional. That's why. Because you're going to get
No,
people.
we're gonna lose more subs now.
Listen. First off, I am
Sorry,
personally
Ford
responsible
people.
for selling. I'm serious
Tony
about this.
sold a lot of Fords.
I will almost guarantee I sold more Fords than any other single individual in the history of automotive media. I sold thousands of Mustangs. So,
Right.
Ford owes me.
Oscar Gonzalez says, I'm unsubscribing Uncle Scrooge.
Who?
What?
Who said that?
Oscar Gonzalez.
Oscar Gonzalez. I assume by your name you're Mexican. Look, Mexican Coke. Why would you
Doesn't want you to
unsubscribe from me?
unsubscribe.
I'm your brother. I had tacos. I eat tacos all the time now.
Okay.
Shout out to Mexiven on Bradyville Pike.
Mexivan.
They know exactly how I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, okay, I'm back.
All right. There you go.
Oh my goodness, too funny. Oh, let's see.
But no, I haven't looked at the comments yet. I'm sure there are some doozies.
You can look on my phone and you can read them to you.
Well, I have my own phone if I really wanted
Oh,
to do
okay.
that. Wait, I'll tell you what. Here, you talk to them, and I'll scroll through the comments real quick.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You want me to talk to them? They don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to you.
Let's see. I don't have glasses.
Oh, you know where they are.
No, I don't.
Yes.
There's a pair on the motorcycle, but I'm not going up front for that.
There's one pair by the computer.
Let me see if I can read without them. Okay, and now I got no reception here. Okay, come on.
Mexican Spec says I just got done eating my Mexican Coke for the day. Oh,
Nice. Congratulations.
What's up, Zero?
0.
What's up, Mexican Spec? What's up, Foo Bar?
Let's see.
Can you see?
Fubar.
No, you can't see.
Hang on now. Oh, look, there I am. But I don't want to see me live. I want to see
The video.
the video.
I can just bring you the comments if you want.
No, I have to read the comments.
Right, I know, but
Okay, let's see.
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I don't understand what
It's
you're saying.
okay, Tim. It's okay.
I'm a simple man.
It's alright.
Look, we're getting paid. There's an ad.
Here, you can see
I'm
this.
Oh, yeah, wow, I can see that. Okay. But now if I click off this, it'll show that I clicked off too soon.
Oh my goodness.
And then the algorithm will punish me. I'm a Ford guy only because I was born in 1970 and jumped on the Mustang 5.0 craze in 1987. Oh, gee, I wonder why. I wonder who influenced you to buy a Mustang in 1987.
I think that would be you.
It's hard to hate a 351 Windsor. I said in the video, I love all Windsors. I'm a street rat. I like Chevys, LSs, and Windsors. I'm a Mopar guy, but you forgot the Ford 351 Cleveland kicked our ass in Pro Stock and NASCAR. But we weren't talking about that. We were talking about the glory engines, right? The big ones that are known today, that are used today. Yes, I know the 351 Cleveland is a great engine, like the 340 Mopar, but it's not really in use today. It's kind of been displaced by newer engines. Where the 426 Hemi and the Rat have never been displaced. They're still number one. I love these kind of videos that you do from a Ford guy. Let's see. I don't know. They don't look bad. Comments don't look bad. These are some of your best videos.
Barrows sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Barrows.
Says big blocks. I love the 385s because cores are cheap and they challenge me. Mopar is rare and Chevys make me lazy. Great video.
Thank you.
Keep barking me out this shit.
Who is that?
That's
Oh.
puppy. My mom.
Molly Jane. Molly, come here for your bribe. Come here.
What's that lamp because you can jump up and hit it off the table.
Here, booby. This will shut you up. Here. Bananas. Kathy Bananas. Are you ready for a banana?
No, thank you. I don't want
You sure? Because I'll
Yeah,
open it up
I'm
for you.
positive. Thank you.
All right.
I think my thing is broken.
Actually, Molly's new name is Molly Jane Bananas Murray. Her official name. Thanks to Elizabeth from Jump for Joy Agility. She's watching this right now, so we have to give her a plug.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth. I'm sure she's watching. Or listening. She's listening. She's busy.
She's a very busy
Wait,
person.
it's Friday. Yeah, she's not working.
Yeah. No, she's busy. She's
No, it's Sunday.
Sunday. It's Sunday.
Why do you say it's Friday?
She's busy being exceptional at whatever she does.
Oh, I know. Let's see. We don't care if she barks. No, you don't? I do. I can't hear anything. She's really loud.
Ooh.
What did you do, Tony?
Burned a hole in the cushion. Can you turn these upside down?
No.
Really? I don't believe I did that. I don't know how I did that, but I did. Okay, but at least I'm not on fire. Don't look at me like that.
What should I look at you like?
I don't know. She just gave me this look like a 3-year-old who
Well, every
knifed the couch.
Every cushion, you know, the Mustang that we were just talking about had a hole in the seat in the same place. Okay, it's not funny. Like, it's really not funny.
It's a way of life.
It's not a way of life.
You want a banana?
No.
Okay, they're here for you when you're ready.
This is why we can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things. This
Right,
whole yard
so,
needs to be
yes.
completely gone
Yeah.
through. It's a mess.
Red Dong says, I'm sitting here picking shrapnel from my palm. The steel punch tip chipped against a 520 chain for the dirt bike.
Yeah, that hardened steel, little like bullets. I know they go way deep. Been there, done it. Got the T-shirt. When I when I die, there's gonna be my corpse is just gonna be after I decompose. There's just gonna be metal from one end to the other.
You know, I was thinking about today. Remember when we had the dirt bikes and we used to ride in Staten Island? What little dirt bike did I ride? That was fun. And then I think it broke.
That
It was
was
fun to ride in it with.
that was a KX 125.
Oh, okay. Was it really?
Yeah,
Because I remember riding on my own and following you
yeah.
on something.
I think that was a KX 125, but I don't really remember.
That was much more fun than riding the street.
Because I had the KX 125 and I had the KX 250.
And didn't
So
we
I
have
would have
like a
ridden the
really
250.
little bike for the kids?
80. Oh,
80.
you probably rode the 80.
I don't think I rode the 80. It was too small.
I don't remember.
I think the 125. Anyway, there'll be none of that right now.
No.
But I did enjoy that.
Yes.
I don't like riding the street. Okay.
Molly
Uncle
Jane.
Tony is Iron Man, Corey says. All right.
Iron Man, yes.
Maybe she needs to come out of the... That's not Molly.
Oh, yeah, it's Winnie. Winnie! Winnie Lynn. Bananas Marie.
Okay, so Elmo says Fords are awesome after they get a Chevy engine swap.
I've heard
That
that
was
said
mean,
many
Elmo.
times. I think there are more LS powered Mustang, Fox bodies out there than there are Windsor powered Fox bodies, but
So, let's see. Just bought a 1999 Harley Sportster, Jake Mann says.
congratulations. I just got off mine. I have an 02 Roadster and I have a 99 Custom. And I literally just got off the Custom a few minutes ago. I was taking advantage of the beautiful day.
Brian
Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Ride safe, bro.
Brian R wants to know what happened to Mission Impossible with David Bizard.
No idea. Those guys took it off into like weird places, and I have no idea what they're trying to accomplish with it.
Dean Stevenson says, I spent 3 days hoping you'd return, Elmo. Well, there you go, Dean. Elmo is back. And all is well.
Yes, all is well.
J. Russell Finch says Ford bodies look nice.
They do. They've some of those beautiful bodies. The '69 Mustang, the Torino from the same year. Some beautiful, beautiful bodies. But they were a bitch to work on. The shock towers and the Ford always had their thing. They always had a thing that made it difficult or weird.
What was that?
That's a Ford, Ford always has a catch. There's always a gotcha. There's always something that makes it difficult. Always.
What do the
Why
new
did they
Mustangs
need?
sound like?
What's that?
What do the new Mustangs sound like?
They sound like shit, is what they sound like. New Mustangs sound like shit. How they make them as loud as they do, I don't know. They're louder than a conventional engine with open headers. I do not know how they make these freaking things as loud as they do. And they sound like shit. They're horrible. It's a grating, like nails on a chalkboard kind of sound that they make.
So Dennis Veronin sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
He said, opinions on an '01 Ford Expedition 5.4 two-valve four-wheel drive.
And I don't really have, what year?
'01 Expedition.
Safer than a newer one for sure. I mean, the 5.4 has got its issues, spark. I mean, the issues with those things are pretty well known. If it's intact and you like it, yeah, I mean, it's a viable vehicle.
Joe K is here. Yeah, I don't like the sound of the coyotes.
Horrible sound. Horrible sound.
What does she have?
Doesn't matter. It's keeping her quiet. No, she's running away with it now.
It's a planter.
Okay.
They sound like metal in a blender, Jake Man says.
The most grating sound there is, and around here, they're everywhere, and they all have to shift first to second at 7,500 RPM. It doesn't matter.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
First to second? At
Yes.
7,500?
Yes.
Why?
In traffic. They'll
That
drive like
sounds ridiculous.
they shift first to second at 45 miles an hour.
No.
And the traffic is, no, you think I'm driving?
No,
I'm
why
not.
would they do that?
I don't
That
know.
doesn't make sense.
I know. I don't
I
understand
don't
it.
think that that's
It's
even a real thing.
no, it's a real thing, and I see it all the time. I'm sure these guys do too.
Do you guys see that all the time?
To me, it's the same thing when you're sitting in your car and you're at a traffic light, and all of a sudden you go boom, 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 boom. You know, it's just like somebody has to be an irritant, okay? And it's the same thing with the Mustang guys, late model Mustang guys. It's like they have to be an irritant. Please.
Oh my goodness. Kathy, no one could ever know. What, Zero? No one could ever know what?
Anything.
I don't know. I have no idea. Johnny C says, I love the sound of my 05 GT, all original.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm trying to think which engine that is, what it sounds like. I'm drawing a blank.
Bird's Nest Travel Adventures says, Hey Uncle Tony, can you do some 1971 Roadrunner, please? Thanks.
I did.
Roadrunner. 71 Roadrunner? No, you didn't.
Sure. It was a clone. It was a 446 pack clone, and we did a whole thing on the 71, 72 Roadrunners. Yeah, go back and look for that. I know, definitely did the 72, probably a 71 somewhere along the line.
Territory says you need to start an engine noise ASMR playlist.
No lie.
The kind he makes with his mouth, like the kind that he makes, or real
No.
engine sounds.
No. I'm very sensitive. I'm very in tune to certain engine sounds. It's vibration, frequency, and harmonics. And some engines work well with our natural frequencies. Okay. I'll tell you how tuned I am to it. Okay. So I can listen to a Harley Davidson and tell you if it's a single fire or a dual fire ignition as it's going down the street. Right? You pick stuff like that out when you're sensitive to engine sounds. So, and I'm very sensitive to engine sounds.
Well, Davidson says top of the evening.
Top of the evening to you.
Let's see. Big Rock says, Hey Uncle Tony, did you ever see any fast sea bodies back in the day?
Back in the day now. Nobody messed around with them. They were great beaters. I mean back in the day, in the 70s, like the early 80s. Lots of sea bodies around, but they were beaters.
They're very heavy.
Yeah, you bought a sea body to drive while your hot rod was apart, which was almost all the time.
Kevin Smith says, Sup UGG.
What's happening, Kevin?
That's us, UTG.
I am UTG.
You are UTG.
Are we not men? We are UTG.
You're UTG. I'm not a man. Dodge Monaco with tough ass cars, yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying they weren't great. I loved sea bodies, but he asked about fast ones, and nobody screwed around with them. There was one guy at Englishtown. This is probably like the very early 80s. And if I think hard, I'll remember his name. But he had I want to say it was a Fury. It was like a 71 Fury, something like that, 71. And it was gutted. I mean, like tin can completely gutted. And he used to run it at Englishtown. And it was yellow with a black roof.
Oh, yeah?
And it had a name. I can't remember what the name is. It was pretty quick for what it was. It was quick for what it was in that era, you know.
Let's see. My 71 step van 306 is getting a turbo and ZF5 speed, so I hope it goes well.
That's a neat sleeper.
If I'm reading funny, it's because I'm still waiting for my glasses.
Yes.
They messed them up.
Oh, please. Yeah.
I went to pick them up and they were wrong.
Yeah, she went like 3 weeks ago, got the whole eye exam, thing stupid expensive. It was like you needed to take a mortgage to pay for this. So, but anyway, did
I
all
need
of
my
that.
eyes.
What's that?
I need my eyes.
You need your eyes; they're important.
Right.
Our channel depends on them.
I know.
And then her glasses came in, and like everything was sideways, and I don't know how that
It was
works.
askew.
Everything was askew. I have no idea how that works, but it was. So then they had to redo it. So that's why Kathy's a little slow on the trigger here
A little
tonight.
slow. Yeah. Glasses have gotten pricey these days. I know.
It was like 600
No,
bucks.
it was like 500.
No, it was over 500. It was closer to 6.
And that was for bifocals. That
Yeah,
wasn't
with
for
the
the
cheapest
expensive
lenses they
ones.
had. The lenses
The
were like
cheapest-
70 bucks each.
No, the cheapest frames.
The frames,
Yeah, the
frames. I'm
cheapest
sorry.
frames.
That's what I meant.
And it was buy one, get one free. So I don't know where all the money went.
I don't know what all the way went either.
I don't know. Hey, Winnie, yay!
That's not Winnie, that's Molly.
And Molly. I did Winnie went by.
Oh,
Oh no!
Yes.
Mexican soda.
oh my God.
Sorry.
That's okay. Ooh, it's wet. But it matches, now it matches the burn hole I put in there. My pants are going to be sticky.
I'm so upset about the burn hole. All right, I'm letting it go.
I'll get more cushions.
It's not the point.
Whatever super chats come in tonight, I'm going to put towards cushions.
I don't know if you can buy the cushions separate for these.
They're a
chairs.
little faded anyway.
Oh, they're brand new.
They've now been out here for 2 years.
No, one. We got them last summer.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Kathy, try Zenny Optical, much cheaper. Oh, you know, I did it already.
Where we
so-
go to Vision Works?
Vision Works, yeah.
I'm going to be all sticky.
I'm sorry.
Your fault.
Yeah, I think it's my case. It's not like sitting right. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. It could be. It's old. My case is old. Let's see.
Oh, it knocked all the carbonation out of it.
Thunderstruck says I got hit in the forehead by Tony's Coke. Did you? I'm sorry. We don't have insurance for that.
I don't think we have insurance at all.
Costco has great glasses. Do they? We're not members of Costco. Who knows Uncle Tony? I know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kathy Bananas knows me.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Well, that was fun spilling the soda. You have more?
I have more soda,
Okay, that's
but I'm not done with this soda.
good. Okay.
You go, Molly Jane. Molly
She
Jane's
drinking the
cleaning up the
soda?
soda, yeah.
Oh.
Look, here's a puddle of it right here. Look,
No, it's okay. She's stepping.
Molly Jane, look, right here.
Oh, God, she's stepping in it.
She's cleaning it. Good girl. Good girl.
So Corey Melvin sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Corey. It's going towards cushions.
Two lousy bones towards some cushions. Thank you, Corey. He says, laugh out loud. It helps. It all helps.
Every little bit helps.
Oreo Hoodlum also sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Thoughts on Ford 300 Turbo?
Is 300 turbo straight six? So those are stout engines. They'll take like anything you throw at them, really.
Yeah.
To a point. Yeah, I would do it.
Rebecca says, I saw a face from the tree. The trees?
Yeah, we have faces in the
Yeah.
trees too. This is Tennessee. So yeah, we have faces in the trees and in all those various shadows where you look. It's a little, you know, when you're new here, it's a little disconcerting. But after a while, you get used to it. There's faces in the fence. Yeah.
Josh Homan says, good to be here. And Zero says, Mothman. Yeah.
Mothman, yeah, we got Mothman. There's well, that pretty blue red bird is still up on the power line.
Yeah,
there.
we have cardinals.
Now
all
his-
over the
his friends
backyard.
are with
They're
him.
families, yeah.
Yeah.
Families of cardinals for a long time. Let's see. What's more underappreciated? The 273 or the 4.7 liter?
There's nothing to appreciate about the 4.7. So let's just get that out of the way.
That's underappreciated more than the 273.
There's nothing to appreciate about it. So I would say yes.
I know.
The 273, definitely.
Clockwork Elves? Is that what that is?
We have elves. We have elves, trolls, fairies, All sorts of woodland creatures.
That's the birds. Oh,
It's like an Alfred Hitchcock movie sometimes. But no, we're light on the birds tonight.
Thank goodness. Raymond says we are at 90 degrees Fahrenheit here in Winnipeg.
Wow.
Oh, yeah? No.
It was in the 80s here all day. It was a beautiful, beautiful day.
Okay, so Joe K says, Kathy, did you know that if you left money tomorrow, he would be locked out of his YouTube? No, he wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I have all the passwords in a book.
I don't know what a book is.
It's right next to the computer.
Listen to me. If you weren't here to run the channel,
Tony.
I'm done.
You're not done.
done.
Tony, the passwords are literally in the book.
And I literally don't care. If you disappeared tomorrow,
Yeah.
no, I'm done. I go as far.
You have to do something.
I go as far as staring at the GoPro, going, "Ah, blah, 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 blah," and that's it. That's where I draw the line.
You just do it from your phone. No?
Oh, I guess you could do that.
From my phone. My phone is.
But I don't have YouTube on my phone.
Yeah, it's all signed in on my phone. Just keep my phone. And you could do it from
I don't want your phone.
But I'm just saying, if I disappeared, you have my phone.
No, I don't want your phone. If you disappear, you'll disappear with your phone.
No.
Yes. And I don't have
disappear, first of all.
I don't have YouTube on my phone, so
Oh my goodness. I know. I have to have. I really want a flip phone. Because I'm so annoyed. Let's see. You need a lighter, Everlasting Base?
I have a lighter.
60s in Ohio, Tony Chasey says. 60s. It's been a cold spring.
This was a really long spring, very wet spring.
Jake Man says the meth heads are wearing off on the locals.
Yes.
What meth heads?
I don't know.
We don't have any in our neighborhood.
Just pretend that we do.
Okay, no. We didn't live here. Oh no, what happened?
I think she spooked herself.
So Dennis sent you a super chat.
More cushion money. Thank
Any
you.
point of going from slide to CV carb, BMW bike?
Any pointing or from a slide to a CV? No.
No?
No. No, if it was born a slide, keep it a slide. I mean, the CV has advantages, especially if you're talking about like big altitude changes. But I don't know how you ride. The juice is probably not worth the squeeze. If it was born slide, I'd probably leave it slide.
J. Russell Finch says we watched paint dry, hold my beer. Yeah, you did watch paint dry, didn't you?
We're gonna do that
exciting,
again.
wasn't it?
I fully intend to get back to turning wrenches on stuff. I haven't. So we've had some circumstances that kept me close to the house and taking care of business around here. So I have not spent nearly as much time as I need to at the shop. I haven't gone to the track in well over a month now. But things are starting to ease up a little bit, so we'll definitely going to get back to turning wrenches. We got engine builds we got to do. I've got 2 engine builds that we got to do. And we got track time. Things are going to get track time. It's coming. It's coming. But like I said, circumstances.
Let's see. Eric wants to know, did YouTube cut your pay?
No, actually, it's been pretty. It's been better than. I'm trying to knock on wood. I don't have any wood to knock on.
Your head.
I knock on a
Use your
banana.
head.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
No, it's actually been the opposite. YouTube's kind of like upped our pay a little bit. And lately they've been sharing a lot of our old videos, which I kind of wish that they wouldn't because they're terrible.
Not all of them.
They're bad.
Some of them are good.
They're bad.
That's not true. I watched the Slant 6 video. I told you that.
Yeah, I
I
know.
watched the whole video and I was like, this is really good. You should do more videos like this. So I had a lot of cuts in them and it was like different topics and those are the ones that I helped you film.
Yes.
So I think that we should do more like that. I think that was a good video.
Yes.
I stayed the whole time watching it. Not because,
You stayed watching it because of nostalgia.
no, that's not true. I just wanted to see like what kind of video we were doing. I was interested in what you were talking about. You made it interesting.
Okay.
I'm not saying that just because
But yeah, we're, I'm making so today's June 1st, and I was just literally thinking about this. I took the bike, I got some coffee, and as I was riding back, I was saying, I am going to make serious attempts this June to pick up frequency, because usually we post every other, when we first started, we post every single day, and then we got going, and then it was like we post every second or third day, and lately I've been posting like once a week, twice a week, like that. So this month we're gonna try to get back into the frequency of posting every day or every other day.
Anthony Perna finally wore his Speech Up t-shirt.
Congratulations.
I made the screen by hand. Yes.
By hand.
I didn't have my burner at the time.
That's
so
right.
I had to paint it in. That's not, I didn't make the logo.
No,
That's
but
their
you copied
logo.
it
Yeah,
by
I copied
hand.
it. Yeah, by
Yeah.
hand. Yes, I drew it out and
Which was an
painted it.
amazing feat.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying the shirt. I should make you another shirt like that, Tony.
Do you still have the screen?
Yeah, I have the screen.
I do like those shirts.
I'll make you one. Let's see, Photos Fallen Record says, just rebuilt an 83 Chevy with an engine rebuild on my own because of the confidence that you gave a regular guy like me.
Congratulations.
That's very cool.
And that is the purpose that we try to serve on this channel. I'm glad that it worked.
Olive is here. She says, hey.
Oh, what's happening?
Band swap sent you $1.99.
More cushion cash. Yes.
Cushion that you burned and ruined.
And had spilled Coke all over. It's a
That's
mess.
my fault. Ben Swap says, I need 3 high revving build. 3 high revving build.
I mean, define high revving? You know, the cylinder head's only going to take you so far. I'm trying to think what heads to recommend, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank. You have to do your homework on the heads. Pistons are heavy. The factory pistons are heavy, so an aftermarket piston, a forged piston, you know, if you're going to go over 6,000 RPM with any regularity, rod bolts, forged pistons, cylinder heads, you got to do your research on the cylinder heads because there's just so many, and I'm not familiar with them. All of them. And really, that's about it. And then naturally, of course, the cam that's suited to it and valve train components that are suited to it. But like no magic bullet, nothing crazy.
Oh, I'm supposed to be reading it? Okay. There's a funny story waiting to pop out of UT. I can't wait.
I don't have any funny stories ready to pop out.
No?
No, not ready to pop out. I'm sure they're in there, but nothing that's bubbling to the surface.
Tom says hi from the UK.
Greetings.
He's got a little UK flag there.
Nice. I don't know, do you salute that? What do you do with that?
Can you take Meghan Markle back?
She's everywhere all the time,
It's all over
everywhere.
the place. Sorry about that. Let's see. I see Dean in that maple tree. Is there a maple tree over there? I don't know.
Depends what timeline you're on. On
Maybe.
our timeline, there's a couple of pear trees back there, but on yours it might be maple.
On someone else's timeline? What?
I don't doubt anything anymore. I've just got to that point. You know?
Did you believe everything?
I just believe
Oh,
everything.
that's not good.
I've just decided,
Please
just
don't do
believe
that.
everything.
Yeah, don't do that.
My doubting days are over.
Oh my goodness. Meta says, the dog story when you started the drag car.
Oh, Spike.
With Spike.
You know, yeah, me and that dog were at odds with each other.
Let's not talk about Spike.
I know, I'm not going to talk about Spike. I'm not going to talk about
Don't say
Spike.
anything bad
That was the
about
last
Spike.
male dog I will ever allow to
I
live
love that
under my
dog.
roof.
All right. Oh my goodness. Let's see. McDonald says, with the AI getting as good as it is, it's hard to tell.
The AI is
It's
ripping
terrible.
me off.
I know it is. Yeah, we see your videos.
I see my videos all the
Word for
time
word.
rehashed in AI.
Yep.
You know, and the titles are almost word for word. You see the keywords, you know, that are in
Yep.
the title, and then you start watching. It's AI, and it's the video that I did, but they just kind of they reshuffle it a little bit. You know what I mean? Not I, I don't really care. It doesn't make any difference to me. But yeah, AI is everywhere, and
They're
they've been.
gonna get stuff wrong though because you love the border collies, Martin W. That's awesome. They
Thank
are
you.
very smart dogs, and you have one. That's awesome.
Awesome.
So I was looking up because we're talking about planting in the backyard because
Yes.
we didn't do it this spring. So I was looking up bushes, shrubs,
Shrubberies.
shrubberies that aren't toxic to dogs,
Okay.
and just making my lists. So I went into AI and they gave me a shrubbery that is poisonous to dogs,
Really?
as not poisonous to dogs. So AI is really screwed up and telling people bad information if that's all they're going by.
Oh, okay.
Because it
Yeah,
was
you gotta
just,
double check
yeah,
yourself.
they'll just pick stuff up off the internet and be like, oh, this is fine. Well, don't listen to that because it's not
Well,
right.
AI scans thousands of sentences, related, pages and sentences and everything that's related, and it just picks things out at like lightning fast speed and compiles it.
Well,
So
first it compliments you. It was like, oh, that's wonderful that you're looking into seeing what's poisonous
yeah, first
for
AI
your dog.
schmoozes
Yeah, it
you,
schmoozes you,
and then
and
it
then it
throws
gives
you.
you faulty information that could actually poison your dogs.
Yeah,
So,
be careful with
no,
that, guys.
oak leaf, what is it called? It's a oak leaf shrubbery. It's poisonous. It's
Yeah.
definitely poisonous. Hydrangea, poisonous. They put it as non-poisonous. Don't listen to AI. It's really bad. Sorry. But it's gonna mess up your videos.
Huh.
Did you watch any? Did it say anything that was incorrect in there?
I didn't watch them all the way through. I just watched them long enough to recognize things that I had. Because here's the thing, right? I'll put stuff in my videos that nobody else will ever put in their videos. I put stuff in my videos that really nobody else knows, right? Because I'm one of them deep dive, dissect every little thing, kind of like, I'm not a historian. I don't think of myself as a historian. But like, if there's an engine design or a car design or a feature or whatever, I research it to the nth degree. I want to know the name of the guy who conceptualized this thing.
But like, you can't trust the internet anymore to research.
But this is what I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
saying. Like, you need like encyclopedias or something from the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's so bad, the information is erroneous,
Yes.
and people shouldn't be using that to document things.
What I'm saying is that I recognize my videos when they're rehashed via AI because it'll include facts that I know that I'm the only person on YouTube who talks about this type of stuff.
Oh, I'm not gonna get mad.
Nah,
No,
doesn't pay to get mad.
no. Hey, Harry from Akron, Ohio is here.
Nice.
Hi, Harry. Oh, Zero's got the axe out. That's good.
I thought it was Fubar the axe. Doesn't Zero
No,
have his own
Zero's
elimination
always got
weapon?
the axe.
Okay.
All the time.
This chair is so sticky. I'm so sticky.
Zero says, speak as you would in person, or good job, Zero. Good job. Hector and Caesar says, hi. I'm an 11-year-old. My dad watches you a lot.
What's happening, man? How are you? Welcome to the live.
Jerky says, Tony, you were talking about torque arms with Dr. Art on Friday. What's your take on that setup in the 3rd and 4th gen Camaros?
Again, for a drag racing application, it's deficient. It doesn't give you the leverage. It doesn't. So it's good to stabilize it. It's good to eliminate axle twist, but it doesn't do anything as far as weight transfer, weight jacking. It doesn't do anything to actually plant the rear wheels. So it's good in some. Okay, so it's the torque arm on one of those cars, like the GNX had that too, right? The torque arm is good in some respects, but it doesn't in any way take the place of a conventional traction device. Slapper bar, 3-link, 4-link, pinion snubber. It doesn't take the place of any of those things, but it is better than nothing.
Okay, Anthony Perna says, Tony, my fan went into my radiator
I
tonight. New motor mounts, new water pump. I don't get why. Also, did you ever do a video on performance tuning Hollies?
Let me guess. You've got a flex fan on there, and you've probably got it mounted backwards, because I've seen that happen many times. I may have actually done it myself at some point. If you have a flex fan and you got it on backwards, as the engine spins, it twists the blades so that they stand out even more. And if it's close to the radiator, it'll cut right into it. So check the direction on your fan blades. Now it might have been a kind of thing where, so if you have, so you got certain engines that have both a serpentine belt routing and they have a conventional V-belt routing. So if you used a fan from a V-belt on a SERP belt, it'll spin the fan backwards and it'll twist the blades and do that too. So, but check that.
Biofly said he has pork chops and rice.
Pork chops and rice.
Motor says
That's what they used to call me in junior high school. Oh, for a couple of days they did.
20-cent Motor says Wiki is stuffed full of inaccurate info. Well, yeah, anybody can get in there and make
it. Right.
This is pretty ridiculous.
Wikipedia is so. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'll go. We live in.
I'll go to Wikipedia to like double check things.
Like,
yes. So in that respect, yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Double check it against what? Though?
Or in other words, like if I'm trying to remember something and I'm not quite sure, I'll go to Wiki. I'll look it up. And if it jives with what I remember, then I say, yeah, okay, well, that's what it is. If it doesn't, then I go deeper to other places. And Wiki is great for general overviews, but it can be edited by anybody. So when you start looking for like nitty-gritty facts and you don't have anything else to base it on, stay away from Wiki. Excuse me, I made burpee sounds.
Anthony Pern says, Tony, it's a factory clutch fan. The truck finally ran good, and I took second, and then the fan went into the radiator.
Well, that's weird. That's weird. And you sure the direction of the blades is correct?
There's somebody using a picture of you as their thumbnail. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That feels odd to me.
You're not used to this yet.
Not really.
7 years of weirdness, and you're still not used to it.
Coin Logan sent you a super chat.
More cushion money. Excellent.
Thanks.
I can go to Walmart tomorrow and replace
They're
these
not
things.
from Walmart.
Where were they from?
I had to order them from Amazon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, well.
I don't know how I'm going to find those again for these chairs. Thoughts on clutch fans versus electric, 90 plus degrees.
I prefer a clutch fan. I prefer any mechanical fan for daily use, for regular daily use. Because it's just a thing I don't want to have to think about. It's there. It works. It works all the time. I never have to think about it. So I prefer mechanical things like that. But for a hot rod, race car, that sort of thing, then yes, by all means, electric fan. But if it's something that I'm going to drive, take road trips with, be stuck in traffic, that kind of thing, no, I don't want an electric fan. I want that shit being turned by a belt, and I don't have to think about it, and there's no failure points.
Also wants to know, does anyone keep their last paper phone book?
Up. I have to bribe the pups.
We have one, yeah.
Yeah, we actually found one the other day. Yep. I was like, throw this out, and Kathy Banana's like, no, we'll need it. When the shit goes down, we'll need it.
Say that.
Well, you said something like that.
No.
When it all goes down, we're going to need that paper book.
Anything like that.
Well, that's what I heard.
Right in your head.
I keep them busy for just 1 minute, okay? Because I got to turn these lights on. and I have to get a wet paper towel and do something because the Coke spilled all over the arm of his chair, and it's sticky, and it's driving me crazy.
Right.
So I'll be right back.
Okay, guys, watch the dogs eat.
What's
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's Maggie eating her bone. What you got, Maggie? You got your bone? Is that good? Very good. Tiny needs an assistant. Let's see. There's Darla also eating her bone. Hello, John. Let's see. Marco says, don't let Tony talk about when it all goes down. That's how he's going to get in trouble.
What happened?
Marco says, don't let you talk about when it all goes down. That's how you're going to get in trouble.
I'm not talking about when it all goes down. Kathy
I
Bananas is.
didn't know. That was what was in your head. I didn't say anything like that.
Do you want a banana yet?
No, I said it was good to have an actual phone book.
Yes, for when it all goes down.
No. When I'm trying to locate something, I can't find it on the freaking phone.
What?
Because AI is...
Hey, I'm over here.
erroneous.
I'm over here.
I can't trust AI to give me the correct information. It's not going to. God help us. Okay. All right. That Coke is good for traction compound now.
Yes.
KJ.
Yes, I know that. Coke has always been good for a traction compound. That was the thing in New York. Anytime you had a starting line you're going to use over and over again, you pour Coke all over it.
Oh, Forest Fallen Records. Sent you a super chat.
Thank you. More cushion money.
Yeah.
See, you're going to get nice cushions.
Just cushions without cigarette holes in them would be great.
Yes.
Ever have any paranormal experiences related to old cars or areas you worked on them?
Yes.
And here's some Napa money. Ha ha ha. He says.
Why is he laughing at me?
I don't know.
We've had several paranormal experiences
With cars.
with cars. So the one that sticks out in my mind was a haunted Hemi block.
Was it? Oh, I see. I think about the Roadrunner not letting anybody else drive it.
Yeah,
Gene and
the Roadrunner. We had a '68 Roadrunner that wouldn't let
Right.
anybody else drive it. We had a '69 Charger that would not let her in the car.
no, I was in the car. It would just break.
It would break every
time.
time, right. These were like unexplainable experiences. I had a friend. Well, I'm not even going to go into this one because it's such a long story. But I had a friend who threw the evil eye at me, and he meant it because we were having a fight, right? And I had a series of automotive-related bad luck that was just mind-boggling. Like one failure after another in the same day with multiple cars, and none of them were explainable. It was just stuff just would not start, batteries were dead, all electrical problems on like 5 different cars in one day, and each one of them got me stuck someplace. So that was another one, and he came from a family of Italian witches. This was his.
It's wonderful.
Right. Well, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who exactly you're talking about.
You were there. You
I
remember
was there.
it.
Yeah, I
yes.
know.
But the craziest paranormal experience I ever had involved a Hemi block. So I bought. This was back in like 1989, 1990, and I found a stash of 1960s Top Fuel parts in Queens. It was all stuff that had been run through like B&L Auto. And the guy who owned it all had died. So somebody was just like getting rid of all of it. So I bought this stuff, and one of them was a 392 block that was prepped for Top Fuel. It was all ready to go. I had a girdle fitted to it. It was just beautiful, perfect block. And I brought it home, and at the time I had a slingshot dragster in the garage. So I had a 1967 Woody Gilmore Flexi Flyer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. Beautiful, beautiful car. So I brought the block home and I put it in the garage. I stood it on its end, Okay, so the back of the block was on the ground, and you know they have a dowel pin in them. Okay, you have two dowel pins, to locate the bell housing. So this block had the two dowel pins, and they were on the ground, block facing up. And I parked it. I placed it behind the dragster, and then closed the garage door. So all through the evening, we keep hearing thunk thunk, thunk thunk, thunk thunk, right? And it would go on for a minute or two, and then it would stop. And all through the evening, like, well, where the hell is that sound coming from? So now it's late. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Trying to go to sleep, and thunk thunk, thunk thunk, thunk thunk,
Yeah, every time we get in
thunk
bed.
thunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you remember this? Okay.
Yes, I remember. It was
Okay.
horrible.
And then as soon as you would move, as soon as
as
you
soon
would
as you
just,
would sit up in bed,
it would stop.
As soon
Okay.
as you lay down, it started again.
this went on for hours.
But it went on for like a long time.
Yeah, it went on for hours.
No, but like weeks it went on.
Well, yeah, actually, you're right.
It wasn't just one day.
You're
was
right.
Just
It
like
was- it
every
was-
night for like weeks.
You're right. Could not find the source of this noise. We tore the house apart. Looked at everything you could and could not find the source of this noise. And then it got to the point that it would start making a noise. So help me. She's my witness right there. It would start making the thunk thunk noise, and then if you thought about getting up to see what it was, to explore, it would stop. All you had to do was think about it, and it would stop. This was insanity, right? So one day, she's in like the kitchen, doing whatever
No,
she's
I was
doing,
in the bedroom.
or in the
I was, like,
bedroom,
folding
wherever she
clothes
is.
Or whatever.
She's going about house duties, and I go out in the garage, and I walk around the back of the dragster, and as I walk around the back of the dragster, my leg brushed against the block, and it went thunk thunk. So I'm like, holy shit, that's the sound.
I heard it from the bedroom
Yeah.
when I came running.
Yeah, so she heard it from inside the house, and she says, I hear it, I just heard the sound, right? Because we hadn't been hearing it during the day, it was only happening at night, and that's what it was. I brushed against the block, and it had the two dowels, okay? And one dowel stuck out a little bit more than the other, so it was very, easy to move, and all I did, I brushed my leg against it, and the block rocked back and forth, and the dowels went thunk thunk, thunk thunk on the garage floor, the concrete garage floor. So that was unquestionably a paranormal experience.
Hector and Caesar wants you to read their message
Okay.
so their dad could see it. But I'm trying to find out which message it is. He says that his dad watches all the time and he's subscribed to the channel. My dad really loves watching you. Also, I'm subscribed.
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate that very much.
That block was pretty ill-fated too. I ended up putting it together, like a few months after. I put it together, and I put it in the car. And the very first time I fired it up on nitro, it was for a display at an auto parts store near my house. Hey! It was for a display at an auto parts store near my house. And I fired it up, and I had the valve off a little bit, and it pushed out the head gasket. Just firing it up. It pushed out a head gasket to the valley. So that was puzzling. Why did it do that? And fixed it, got new head gaskets, re-overing the cylinder head just in case that was a problem. And then we brought it to ATCO. And I was going to try to get my license. I was going to try to get the Nostalgia Top Fuel license in that car. And it did the same exact thing at ATCO. It pushed the head gasket out. Another head gasket, like on the other side. Pushed the head gasket out on the jack stands. Don't run in that car that day. So, make a long story short, at the same time I says, you know what, I'd rather build a 426. I'd rather have a 426. Let me get rid of this 392 stuff. So I sold that engine complete, pan to injector, like every single nut and bolt, every single thing I had for a 392 Hemi, to a guy named Brett Welker in, he had a Top Fuel dragster called the Time Machine. He was out of Joliet, Illinois. So I sold everything to him. The only thing I didn't sell him were the port lines. So, on a nitro motor, you got hat lines, the ones with the 8 lines that go at the injector, and then you have 8 lines that go underneath the blower, and those are the port lines. Well, I didn't have any other port lines, and I was going to use those on my 426. So when I gave him the engine, I says, I got everything for you right here except the port lines. You're going to have to make your own. So he takes the car, he's all happy, and this was really beautiful stuff. It was really, really nice stuff. So everything was chrome and polished. It was a jewel. So he takes this thing and he puts it in his car, and about a week or two later, I get a phone call from him, and he says, I destroyed it. It's dead. I said, what do you mean? He says, I broke the block, burnt every piston. It's just totally destroyed, right? He wasn't blaming me, you know what I mean? But he was like, this is what happened. So
You have a super chat whenever you're ready.
yeah. So with that, I felt terrible, right? And my reputation was kind of on the line because I was working with a lot of cars in that area. So I jumped in my car. I was in New York City. I jumped in my car and I ran straight to Joliet, Illinois, to see exactly what happened with this thing. And it was destroyed. It was totally fucking destroyed. And I started questioning him. So, did you do this? Yes. Did you do that? Yes. Did you fix the other thing? Yes. And then I looked at the port lines that I didn't sell him, that he made himself, and he made the port lines out of brake lines instead of using stainless tubing. And the brake line is undersized inside, so as soon as he whacked the throttle, this thing went like dead lean, and it detonated itself, and it broke itself in a bunch of pieces. It was a mess. So, but that was the haunted engine block. It was doomed. From the day I brought it home, it was doomed.
Green Bean sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Remy. More cushion cash.
If I wanted to build a high RPM big block Ford, what is my rough build list? The cubic inch doesn't matter. Is a 429 crank better overall than a 460 crank to start with?
If it's a high RPM build, I would tend to go with the shortest stroke and the longest rod you could put in there. If you're building for torque, long stroke, short rod. You're building for RPM, short stroke, long rod. Cylinder heads, you're going to have to do your homework and see which heads are going to work up there. I mean, define high RPM. You know, just like somebody asked me the same question about a 383 Mopar. You have to define what high RPM is. And which big block are you talking about? I'm assuming a 385. The cylinder heads, okay, they're weak on the exhaust side. Just the way that they're cast from the factory, the design of them. Compared to a Chevy, they're a little weak on the exhaust side. But aftermarket heads and some creative porting, it's not that big of a deal. You got the heads, you got the port size to support some serious RPM with that. So from that point forward, it's just going to be cam, and I would definitely recommend a roller cam. Talk to a cam grinder. I can't just spit out cam specs because there's too many specifics to you're exactly what you're going to do. So talk to a cam grinder and get the proper grind that way, and spin it. You know, just spin it.
So I missed a lot of comments because you were making a long story short.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
It's a
do
good
that
story.
sometimes. I do that
It was a
sometimes.
good story. So guys, if I didn't get to your comment, and it was important, you can just re-comment. And I'll try and read it. I'm sorry, like a lot of comments went by and I didn't get to any.
I want to tell more of the Brett Welker story because there's more to this.
No.
But go ahead, because I just remembered this.
What is it? What was it?
Do we have anything pressing there?
Let's see, Casper's watching from Canada. You have some new people here. Just
Welcome.
found your channel, Casper says. Nice to meet everyone here, he says. Those stories are awesome, Corey Melvin says. Go ahead, what else, Brett Welker? I understand something with a cup.
The cup?
Isn't that Brett Welker?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
So he had this beautiful top fuel dresser called the Time Machine, right? And after he got done with the 392 fiasco, he decided he was going to build a serious engine, right? Like really serious. And now he had never driven one of these cars before, ever, right? This was actually when he exploded the motor that I sold him was his first full pass in a fuel car. He hadn't even tried to do licensing yet. So he calls me up and he tells me this combination he's going to put together, and he bought all of these old Donovan Big Show top fuel parts, and a 1471 blower, and big fuel pumps, and like everything like completely maxed this thing out. And he didn't care about rules because Nostalgia Top Fuel has rules as far as blower size and pump size and all the other shit. And he was like, the hell with all that. So this thing had like an Enderley 1200 that was like driven 30 over. It had a 1471 on it. It was just sick, okay? So he calls me up and he tells me about all these parts that he bought. And he says, can you come up and put a basic tune-up on it for me? So I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? You want to do this? Why not? So I drove up to Union Grove in Wisconsin, and I meet him there with the car. And this thing is just unhinged, right? It's just the biggest and best of everything you could put on a Donovan. And I'm like, you sure you want to do this? You don't want to you don't want to cut your teeth on something a little mellower than that? He's like, no, this is what I want to do. Let's send it, right? So for the next day or so, I go through the car, I get the fuel system squared away, I get everything all good. We put a tune-up on it, and first time we fire the car, I romp the throttle and I'm blown away. I mean, because this thing really, it was just sharp, okay? Just bop, like that, you know, like jump off the jack stand sharp. And we shut it off, and I said, are you sure you want to take your first runs in this thing? He said, yeah, let's do this. So I had a friend, Nitro Neil Bisaglia, and he was a regular up there. And somehow or another, we ended up racing him the first run, right? Now, Nitro Neil at the time was a hitter. He had the car was called the Pete Jensen tuned it. It was the Foothill Flyer, and he was like a real hitter on the Nostalgia Top Fuel thing. Well, we get him in the first round of this race. So line up, okay, and I'm saying to myself, Neil's savvy, and that car is badass. There's no way we're going to take this thing off the trailer with a new driver that's never driven anything like this before, and this tune-up that I just pulled out of my ass. There's no way this is going to happen. Well, the tree goes green. They both stomp it. Welker freight trains. I mean, like a full length by the 60 foot. It was ridiculous. Neil, right? And Neil's car was running. It made a good pass. I don't remember what the numbers were. And Brett got freaked out by it, and he pedaled it about, I don't know, 100 feet out, and he just shut it off, and it hung the shootout and coasted to a stop in the middle of the track. And I was like, see, I knew it was going to be too much. All right, but I'm sorry. I don't know where yeah, go ahead, go back to
So all the comments that I missed this round, this go round.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you can,
look, I'm going to drop dead without having.
You can repost them again.
I'm old, and I'm going to drop dead without having anybody to tell these stories to, so I might as well just.
Stop. Let's see. Your videos helped me learn timing on my Chevy 250. Thank you very much, Mr. Menzes.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. I appreciate the patronage and that you actually got something out of it.
Cool story, really, Tony.
What's that?
Oscar says, cool story, really.
I don't think he ever went out again with that car.
No.
I think he just shit his pants. That was it. It was like a one and done.
Forrest Fallen Record says you can really tell how genuine Tony is with these live streams. You're genuine.
I'm me. I'm the only me I can be.
Motai says we love the stories. Brad's Restoration says UT, the stories is why we're here. Jeff says, Tony, would you say drag racing or NASCAR drove the development of 1960s era engines more?
NASCAR, definitely. Engines that were developed for drag racing. I gotta really think about that.
No, he said, well, I don't think he was asking specific engines, like which one pushed it more.
I know, but so I'm saying it's like I can't, off the top of my head, think of a single engine that was developed by the manufacturers specifically for drag racing. The Max Wedge. The Max Wedge was definitely specifically drag racing targeted. Everything else, and I might be missing one or two, Everything else was either destined for IndyCar or some kind of like exotic shit like Le Mans or NASCAR. Lots and lots of NASCAR, um, road racing. Um, but no, I can't really think of. The Max Wedge was developed for. Oh, the Super Duty Pontiacs were developed for drag racing. Um, I can't think of any other engines really. Yeah.
Rocco has a comment. Are you still planning to put spacers between the body and the K-frame on the Belvedere?
I don't know. Everything is up in the air with that car. Um, as I said, for the last couple of months, we've had circumstances that I've had to deal with outside of YouTube, and it's taken me out of the shop and my head away from the cars. So honestly, at this stage of the game, I don't even know if I'm going to continue doing stuff with that car because we have other cars that I really want to do. I've got 2 engine builds, 3 active project cars, and given that I've gotten this far behind at this point of the year, I don't even know if I'm going to do anything with the Belvedere. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay. Let's see. It's the sky through the trees. A little bit. Well, one is the light on the house, and the rest looks like it's the sky through the trees.
You can't even really see the black triangle.
I saw the black. It's right there. Let's see. Thoughts on Holly Sniper?
No thoughts. I'm totally not an advocate of any of the aftermarket fuel injection systems. They all prove themselves to be troublesome. Not all of them. Half of them prove to be more troublesome with less performance or less performance, not meeting performance expectations, and half of them do okay. So for me, I'm a carburetor guy. I'm a carburetor advocate. I've done hundreds of videos on carburetors, and I stick with that. There's no aftermarket EFI system that I recommend. If you're bent on going with an EFI setup, I highly recommend, if it's possible, to adopt a factory unit, something that the factory set up that uses all of the factory electronic components, the ECM and all of the sensors and all of the wiring and all of the various components. If you're bent on fuel injection, electronic fuel injection, I would say definitely try to use a factory setup, adopt a factory setup. Molly Jane, get away from there.
Old school says Uncle Tony belongs in the shop. You belong in the shop, Tony.
I do belong in the shop.
Soul Survivor says, I seen a black triangle once. You did? So did I.
Yeah, Kathy Banana saw a
With
black triangle.
twinsies. What?
Yeah. I'm saying you saw the black
Yeah,
triangle.
I did see it.
I never saw it.
I was running and I didn't have my phone. Not
Away
that
from it.
I could, no, not that I could have photographed it. I have no idea.
Molly Jane, off the barbecue. Come here, have a bribe. Come here.
Why can't you barbecue?
I don't know, she's trying to climb on top of the barbecue. Oh, geez, here we go. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here.
It gets dark fast there?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, fine.
It's not that dark.
No problem.
There you go.
There you go.
It's kind of bright.
Come and get your bribes, puppies. Here we go.
They go. Yes,
Wipe
really
out-
zero. I
wipe out the whole
actually
package
did see
already.
that. Yes, I was running. And I walked around the cul-de-sac to cool down and started to turn around the cul-de-sac, and I looked and I saw it was behind me. And I was like, oh, wait, where's my phone? It's in the house. It was huge. Yeah, it was really big. And then I looked back and it was gone. It was gone. The camera video was good, Torino Elite says.
The which video?
Camera video?
Oh, the one I did today. Thank you.
What
I haven't looked at the comments yet.
J. Russell Finch says, when are you getting another colleague? We have 2.
Yeah, no, please.
2 is plenty.
The chaos here is undescribable.
Winnie is a perfect angel. And she's very well trained.
Yes, Winnie is a perfect angel. She's exactly right. She's a
going to
mush.
be 2 this month.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so even-tempered and happy and just passive. And the other one, Molly Jane, is bonkers. I mean, bonkers. She doesn't stop from the minute she wakes up to the minute she goes to sleep. She's all over everything all the time. It's impossible to even describe how much energy, how much frantic, insane border collie puppy energy this dog has.
She's just crazy.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
She's got crazy eyes.
She's just over 6 months old, and she's perfect. Don't get me wrong. I love her. You have no idea.
But she's very
but she's oh
insane.
God, she's a handful.
It's not because she's a border collie. It's just because she's crazy.
Well, the border collie adds to it because now she's crazy and agile beyond all description. She'll jump over your head.
Yeah. Zero says he's seen a lot of things in the desert when he was forced to go every summer to Arizona. Did you? Forced to go on vacation, yeah. Okay, so Old Cars and Music sent you a super chat.
Thank you. More cushion
What
money.
would you cushion?
See, I told you burning a cushion was no big deal.
It is a big deal.
No, they already paid for it. They paid for it.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Which would you prefer on a Slant 6? Offie intake and stock exhaust manifold, or Clifford intake and headers?
Toss up between the Offie and the. You're talking about the single 4-barrel? It's a toss up between the Clifford and the Offie. You want me to get you water? Okay, 1 second.
Answer his question first.
Yeah. The stock exhaust manifold is actually pretty damn good. If you look at the stock exhaust manifold, it's a short tube header. They're very nice individual runners. The choke point usually on a Slant 6 exhaust is the head pipe. The opening, it'll take like a 2.5-inch pipe, and you can actually open it up to go bigger than that. But the factory downpipe is usually undersized. So I would say either or, and try the factory exhaust manifold. I run a big diameter single all the way to the back, like a 2.5-inch, 2 3/4-inch single to the back of the car. It'll sound good, it'll run good. The headers might be more of a pain in the ass, more expensive than you really need on something that's a typical Slant 6 build. I'll be right back, guys.
You're the best, Tony. Except for the holes you burn in the cushions. Let's see. Buick's block is much lighter, probably weaker. I will ask Tony when he comes back. Oh, Maroon. Stop that. Stop that. Dogs are being fresh. And now Mothman. Now it's the Mothman. So, thank you.
Oh.
The Maniac Burlock says Buick's block is much lighter, probably weaker.
It is. The Buick block is weak. Not for typical hot rod stuff, but you can't really push them. My friend Scotty Rodagno used to run nitrous Buicks on the street in New York back in the day, and there were a lot of tricks. There was a lot of knowledge in keeping those Buicks together.
Trouble in Dogland. Anyway, no, they're okay. They're okay. I see that Molly is scoping out Darla is eating her bone. Can you see that? And she's going to try and steal it from
Molly
Darla.
Jane,
She's like, oh, could I grab this?
what are you doing? Molly Jane,
She's trying to steal.
what are you doing?
Too bad.
Okay, we're gonna have to end this live soon because we're almost out of dog pacifiers.
Yes, Tony got me water. But that's what he wanted. He did me a favor. Keto says, how are we doing? How are you doing, Tony?
Pretty damn good.
Good. Rocco says, you know, if you have to stay close to home, you do have a 68 Roadrunner in the garage.
That is true. I do have stuff here that's been neglected that, you got a point. You got a point.
Yep. That car doesn't get any love whatsoever.
Yeah, there's a lot of things here that don't get any love whatsoever. I gotta clean out the garage. The garage is a mess. I haven't done anything but hit and run in that garage in 7 years. So everything is chaotic in there. Everything's dirty and it's all So yeah, and in the backyard, the shed. I actually there are a lot of things I need to do here at the house.
Marco wants to know when are you gonna buy some land.
Um, we thought about that. Um, we're probably not going to. Um, we're gonna relocate from where. Well, I see it. I don't have a timeline. We're gonna relocate from where we are right now, but I think we're just gonna try to find something within the city that's got a little bit more space. Um, Land isn't really in the cards. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a land guy. You know, it's like I don't really I wouldn't know what to do with it, and I don't really want to maintain it. So we in the foreseeable future we'll probably be looking to relocate, but someplace within the city, we're very close to the conveniences that we're used to.
Keith Cordini says, do a video on cleaning out the garage.
No, I'm not doing videos like that.
No?
No, I don't want to do. I want to do like personal vlog stuff.
Zero says agility farm.
Yeah, but we have agility farms to go to.
Yeah.
So I would rather have somebody else own the farm and we'll just pay whatever it costs to go and use it.
Mexican Spec says, have you forgotten about Florida?
That's another thing that due to circumstances we probably won't be doing.
Let's see. Brandon says, Tony, how many e-bodies have you owned and which was your favorite?
How many e-bodies have we had? I had a couple before I met you.
Yeah. We had the Cuda convertible.
We had a '71 Cuda convertible.
That was
Those
nice to drive.
blue with blue. That was nice.
Yeah, it was blue with a white interior.
Was it? I thought it was blue and blue.
No, blue with a white interior.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. And a white top.
white top.
That's right.
I used to drive that one.
Yeah, we had a. Oh God, we had a bunch of Challengers.
We had the blue Challenger.
We had a blue
That was
Challenger. We had the
all
burnt
blue.
orange Challenger. We had. Before I met you, I had a
Easy.
343 speed Challenger.
We had the 446 pack Cuda.
We had a '71 446 Pacuda. What else do we have? I don't know if you go back.
We didn't have that many Challengers.
If you go back to the '80s, there were several e-bodies that were in and out of the mix.
Didn't you trade a Challenger for a motorcycle? Yeah.
Yes, I did. And I actually just thought about. You know, it's ironic too. It's funny because this seems to happen like almost every time we do a live. So, right before we went on, I said I got to run to the store and get dog treats and bananas for Kathy bananas and a Coke, so I got something to drink. So I ran to Publix, which was about 2 miles from here, and I took the motorcycle. I took my Buell. And as I was walking back to the bike with all the packages, I had a flashback to, do you remember when we were broke, we were kids, okay?
Yeah.
I was 20, she was like 16, and we were dead broke, like dead broke. And I had another Challenger, that blue 318,
Yeah.
right, Challenger. So I had my hot rods in the driveway and stuff, but the daily driver was a blue 318 Challenger, a 70 Challenger, and we scraped together the last of the money that we had, and we had just enough for a bag of rice and a thing of bouillon cubes. Right? Do you remember this?
We were in an apartment then, so
We were in an
a little
apartment.
older, like 21 and 17.
Something like that. We were kids.
Something like that.
So we were driving to the supermarket to get our bag of rice and thing of bouillon cubes because that's all we could afford it, you know. And I ran out of gas on the way to the supermarket, so I coasted off to the side of the road. This is on Willowbrook Road, okay. And I'm standing there trying to figure out what the next step is. What are we going to do next? And my buddy Rocco just happens to be coming by on. You couldn't make this stuff up.
No, we drove the Challenger and we saw Rocco on the bike.
We were out of gas. We were stuck on the side of the
Right,
road.
and we gave Rocco the Challenger and
Yes.
we took the bike.
That's what I'm saying. We were sitting there on the side of the road out of gas
No, in the Challenger.
in the Challenger.
Yeah,
right.
not on the bike.
No, not on the bike.
Yeah.
My friend Rocco comes riding up on a Honda.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. A CB450, I think it
don't
was.
know.
I don't remember. And he says, "What's the matter?" I says, "Man, we ran out of gas." He says, "All right, well, get on. I'll give you a ride to the station." And he was like, "I was like, I got no money. That's it." I says, "You want to make a trade?" Because he wanted the Challenger. I says, "Sure. What do you want to trade?" I says, "I'll trade you right now that motorcycle for the Challenger." And he was like, "Okay, sure." So we swapped right on the spot. I took his helmet, I put it on, and stuck her on the back of the bike, and we went and did our grocery shopping. And so, and for a period of time, for like maybe a few weeks or whatever, we did all of our like running around on the motorcycle because it was the only thing we had that had gas in it.
We were very broke.
We were kids. We were kids. Molly Jane, get out of there. She's eating a plant.
But you had a shop at that time too. So.
Yes. Well, we had big bills, right? You know, it's not that we were deadbeats or anything like that. Molly, get out of there. I had a shop. The shop had big expenses. I had all the hassles that go with running a business. People think, oh, you're loaded when you're running a business. No,
You're
you
really
skate
young.
by.
Yeah.
So by the time you pay all of the bills and the light, insurance, and blah blah
plus
blah
you
blah
had,
blah,
like,
you're broke.
The Charger with all
Excuse
of
me,
its
guys.
parts. And
Molly Jane,
she's bad. She's ripping a plant apart.
oh, poor plant.
Yeah, it's not gonna make it.
It doesn't stand a chance. with
No, it's done. She killed it. Kevin Smith says my brother traded his 67 GTO for a ride home from basic training years ago. Blown engine.
Yeah.
Just like that. Chevy Molly at night might bring the cops. Why? Why?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. Your dog's an idiot as well, Randy Burns.
She's
She's
in.
6 months. She's in everything.
She's in everything all the time.
Tears everything apart.
The
like,
house is littered.
Trying to keep toilet paper from not being torn apart.
Toilet
and
paper, paper towels, anything
But
and
she
everything.
can jump super high, so she gets on the counter.
Yeah.
She's jumped on the desk in the office, like
Yeah.
next to the computer monitor,
Yeah.
in the computer. I was afraid she was gonna knock him over because she's like very athletic.
She's next level. So, but literally, the entire house is, you can't keep up with it. The whole house is littered with these little, because she gets, I don't know if you're familiar with how dogs shred things. Everything that she can get her hands on is shredded, and as soon as you clean it all up,
Cardboard.
she'll find something else to shred. It's the most insane thing.
Yep. It's really crazy.
But she's at the end of her, like, I guess, teething phase.
Is she? I don't know. No, she's only 6 months, so a little while to go. The house is the agility farm, pretty much.
My life is an agility farm.
Pretty much. She's kind of crazy. She can climb on the kitchen table, which is like a bar top. So it's kind of like, it's a high table, but
Yeah,
she gets up there.
she just leaps like it's nothing.
Oh,
Like it's nothing.
crazy.
The dog does not have an off switch.
From 2 years on, they'll calm down. Yeah, 2 years is a decent age.
Yeah, Winnie is 2 years old now, and she's very
The
calm.
23rd of this month, she'll be 2.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Well, Molly Jane's pretty damn good.
Does she ever sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, she sleeps. She goes to bed in her crate.
She doesn't nap or anything like that. You know,
Oh, God,
usually
she'll
puppies
stop
will
walking.
just stop and they just fall over and fall asleep. Right? She's never done that. She's always on. She's always moving. She's always looking and smelling, and she's always got a smile on her face.
She's always running on my head.
Always happy.
Yeah.
She's always happy. But if you sit down on the couch, she'll run over your head, right? And she'll do it 50 times, and then she'll do zoomies like that. And this dog does not have an off switch, but at the same time, she's a joy to watch because to deal with, because she's so perfect and so like athletic and so happy and just enthusiastic about
Crazy.
everything. It's like, you know, you just deal with it.
But the biting of the face is a little hard.
The biting in the face is difficult. She does a lot of face biting.
Oh, she'll run into your face really hard with her face, and then she'll bite you.
Yeah, like she'll kiss you. She's like these frantic kisses, and then all of a sudden she go, she starts nibbling on your nose and your lips and stuff.
Yep. Let's see. Robert Johnson. At crazing, it's like the carb builds up and gets fatter and fatter until it will stumble, but once I goose it, it clears up.
Say that one more time now.
I don't know. He has a misspelling here. It
Okay.
says at crazing. It's probably autocorrect.
At cruising.
Cruising, I guess he means. It's
Okay.
like the carb builds up and gets fatter and fatter until it will stumble, but once I goose it, it clears up.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you've got a Holly because that's a typical Holly problem. That's what happens when the O-ring. Okay, so your needle and seat assembly, the part that screws into the top of the float bowl and it's got the screw and the nut underneath it. There's an O-ring. There's an O-ring in there. And when it dries out, as you're driving, it'll overfill the float bowls. Just barely, okay? Just barely. And it'll start to run really fat. So at that point, you clear it out and it'll run smooth until you go, let's say, another like 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road, and it'll start to do the same thing over and over again. So that's a typical problem for one of them O-rings when it's just starting to go bad. Could be other things, and I'm assuming you got a Heli carburetor, but it's going to be something along those lines.
Hmm. Josh says I babysat a dog a couple of times. The dog was nice, but too much work for me.
Yeah.
They are a lot of work.
Oh, listen, could also be a fuel pressure problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could be a fuel pressure problem. I don't know what kind of pump you have or what the pressure is regulated at, but if you've got a pump that mechanical pump, right, that is over or set too high a pressure at cruising speed at higher RPM, the pressure goes up higher than the needle and seat can hold, and so as you're cruising, it'll start to flood itself. You slow down and then clear it out, and it'll clean up until you start cruising again. So there's several things that can give you that problem.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. It's nice to see your hair. What? Dean?
Yes, it's nice to see yours too.
Dean? What? Friday is the other live chat. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the one we do with Dr. Art,
Right.
which we're only temporarily on Friday nights right now, but yeah, we'll probably do it again on Friday. And I think we're gonna be grilling. He wanted to do grilling, so we'll have a meat live.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a meat one.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna eat?
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Okay. Let's see. Friday night barbecue, UTG. Yes, Scoop. So you're gonna barbecue on Friday.
I think so. Yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday
Okay.
or Friday.
Grilling at the library? No, the library is gone, right?
Yeah, no, no, it's still up. It's still up, but we used the
Yeah.
other backdrop or background.
Let's see. Roll up your windows or a cat will pee on the bench seat. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's happened to me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Talking about things. Okay, we're not gonna go there. Dean Stevenson. Okay, what is your dream car?
I don't have one.
Tony Ice Cream is on center. You don't have a dream
I
car?
don't have a dream car. If I had a dream car, I'd own it. I don't have a dream car.
Okay. Thanks, Zero. He's got the axe out.
Thank you, Zero. I have no idea what's
Appreciate it.
going on.
I don't know either. I didn't see it, which is wonderful.
That means our
That's
awesome
good.
mods are doing their job.
Yeah, that's good. Your cats wipe out your windows. What do they do to your windows? What the flip? I don't know what's going on. What is going on in the super chat in the chats? I have Oh my goodness.
I'm just a passer. I'm just a
You
bystander.
don't even see what's going on, and neither do I.
I'm just an innocent bystander.
There's some sort of melee happening. I don't know. People are confused,
It
and
must
I'm
be a
confused
disgruntled
as
Ford.
well.
Must be a disgruntled Ford guy.
What is that?
Hey!
Is that an animal crying? An animal crying.
That was an animal crying.
Like squeaking. Yes, I did.
No, that was our puppies.
No. Get her out of the shed. There might be like.
No, it's something on the other side of the fence right there.
Oh no.
It might be a cat. It might be who the hell knows.
Well, I don't want to get it.
Shush!
Okay. Probably a rat. I don't know. She's in the shed barking at something. There's mice in there. I know that.
Yeah, there's mice in the shed.
Wait.
But there
Did
were.
you hear the noise?
What?
Did you hear the
No.
noise? Squeaking?
It's probably a cat on the other side of the fence. She's barking at the fence. Come here, look. Well, last round, we've gone through a whole package of these. Here you go.
Mobile fly.
Here's your shut up
Mothman.
sticks.
Shut up sticks.
Yes.
Winnie, come get a bone.
One left from there. That was it, guys.
That's Winnie's, right?
Yeah, $7.
Winnie, come on. Bone. Come
Went
here.
through the whole package in one show. Winnie, come here. She doesn't want it.
She sees something in there.
I'll put
that
it on the
she's
side for
facing.
her.
Oh my goodness. All right. So now I think maybe the comments have calmed down. Zero says trolls have to understand Sunday night is special. Kathy reads, let that sink in. If you mess around, we will block you. Oh, thank you, Zero. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Zero.
that. Sometimes I see them. Most of the time I don't see them, but sometimes I do see them. But Zero gets them really quickly
I know.
before I can even scroll to them. So thank you, Zero. I appreciate that. You need some yard cleanup in the AM? We need yard cleanup every day.
It looks like Yucca Flats after the blast.
This year it looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty back
The
there.
yard is really, really rough right now.
Zero says, Kathy, we love you. Oh, thank you, Zero. We love you too. We appreciate all your hard work. Getting before is our actual job, he says. Yeah, thanks. Rocco wants to know, Kathy, can we get a UTG logo car air freshener? If I don't have to make it, maybe. I'm not making it.
We've currently suspended merch.
Yeah, I'm so far behind right now.
Yeah.
But like I got some orders out, and some more orders are going out tomorrow. And some things you can't get anymore because I'm not printing. And some things are printed already, and you can get those.
Yeah.
Like you can get a hat. That's easy. I could just put that in an envelope.
But yeah, for the time being,
Momentarily.
merch sales are kind of suspended.
But you can buy a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Air fresheners would be really cool. Like what would we put on them? Tony's face?
I don't want my face on a freaking air freshener.
I can smell like cigarette smoke. What would we put on the air freshener though?
Cigarettes and coffee. It would just be the
Clash
smell of cigarettes
01
and
says
coffee.
my shirt's on the way. Thank God. It's on the way. It is on the way. Yes. Oh, put the shirt logo on it? Maybe, yeah. We could do that. You can order air fresheners easy. I looked at them before.
Okay.
Just as long as I don't have to make it, that's good. Let's see. Coffee. A coffee air freshener?
Coffee and
Kathy,
cigarettes.
just get a UTG stamp and put a stamp on something pre-made. I think you buy the blanks. I can't remember. I haven't looked at air fresheners in a long time. But I'm not making it. Somebody else can make it and package it for us. That's fine. Nitro scented, laugh out loud, yeah?
I
Race
know.
gas scented air freshener, Thumper says.
What is it?
Race gas scented.
Yeah, race gas wouldn't really do it for me, but yeah, nitro scented air freshener might be dangerous.
Who would have that scent? They don't make that
Could
scent.
you imagine if I got hit by that again?
No, yeah, please don't do that.
Oh God.
Please don't do that.
Oh God.
Let's see. Steve says, I want a shirt with something spelled backwards, like these video people that don't know what they're doing. What? What is that from, Scoop? I don't know. I missed that. Did we spell something backwards?
No, we had backwards problems with the camera yesterday or Friday night
Oh, did you?
with Dr. Arp. I don't remember what the resolution of it was.
What did you do?
It was flipped. It was flipped for a while, and then Dr. Art did something and it wasn't flipped anymore.
Well, don't you sit on this side? But you don't want to sit in front of the chat because you can't see on the TV.
What do you mean? We do it off the laptop.
I know, but depending on which side you're sitting on, the chat is in
Oh,
front
right,
of
right,
your
right,
face
right,
on the TV. How do you spell the way Tony says food?
Food.
FWD maybe?
FUD. Food.
Food. Oh, Tony. What? Selfie cam is backwards. Is it? Is the selfie cam backwards? Do you not know how to set up the light and the camera?
It was just weird. I can't explain it to you. It was just, usually you look at
It's
this.
always like that.
No,
No,
usually,
you can flip the camera.
usually when you look at it, when we do the lives,
Yeah.
I'm sitting facing, like okay, so Dr. Art's on my left, okay,
Yeah, so shut up,
in the
right?
screen. And that's the way it shows up.
She's gonna get hurt now.
That's the way it shows up on the, Molly Jane!
Let's check what's going on in there.
Come on,
See
get a
if she
shut up
has
stick.
An animal.
There you go. She doesn't have an animal. She's,
Come out. Come on, get over here. Before a radiator falls on your head. Good, Daddy. Give her
I don't
her
have any
bone.
more.
Where's the bone?
I gave it to Molly.
Why?
To shut her up. Hold on, we're all out of shut up sticks.
No, I called her over for a BONE. Oh, what does she have? Oh, that's what I think. Your dogs are barking? I'm sorry.
Winnie, what are you doing?
All letters reverse in selfie mode.
No, usually when we do the live, everything is correct on the screen as I'm watching it. But this time everything was flipped on the screen as I was watching it, but it came out right on the, I don't know.
Kathy, radiator. Radiator.
Radiator.
Or radiator. I say it both ways. However I feel at the moment.
Yeah, me too. I never say it the same way twice.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's just how it
All
goes.
I know is the H is always silent.
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness. What story are you sharing, Sarah? What are you talking about?
No, we're all out. There's no more
What
shut
are
up
you talking
sticks.
about?
Lily's giving me this look.
Well,
She's
too bad.
puzzled.
Too bad, Lily.
You want a cigarette?
Yes. I wasn't talking about the UTG show. I'm saying I see a lot on all channels.
Oh, okay.
Really? I haven't seen it. Scoop, I haven't seen it. I'll have to look for that now. I don't know. Is she okay? What's she eating?
I don't know.
Well,
It's,
you should try and find out.
I'm sure it's nothing detrimental.
It's probably a mouse or something.
She's not eating a mouse. She's not eating any. I don't.
It's something hard.
It's probably a chunk of bone. They got bones all over the yard here.
Tony. Come here, let me see what's in your mouth. Come here. If somebody is doing a live and they are reading the comments, the image is backwards.
I don't know. I feel like I stepped into the Twilight Zone.
We don't do lives with the image backwards. Do not go in that shed. in there catching something. She's probably catching mice. She's gonna end up with worms.
Dogs are supposed to catch mice.
No.
That's one of the reasons why you.
No.
Yes.
Give me worms. We got ducklings this week, Wildfly says.
Congratulations.
My water bill just went up. Oh, nice. You know, if we
I want
got
otters.
ducks, the dogs could hurt the ducks.
Do you really want ducks?
Well,
If you get ducks, I want an otter.
no otters. Dogs will kill the otter. It's much like a cat. And Winnie doesn't like cats.
No.
Tony, are you using an Apple iPhone for your live stream? Right
No.
now it's an iPad.
No, we use. Oh, the thing we're using right now?
It's an iPad.
This is an iPad.
Yeah.
The thing I use at the shop is like a $300 laptop. I don't even. It's like it was the
It
cheapest
was a
thing.
cheap laptop.
Yeah. Because the old one finally gave in after 7 years worth of lives. It finally shit the bed. So we got a replacement. I don't know, about a month ago.
That was a good computer, though.
What's that?
That was a good computer, though.
It was.
Oh
It
my
was.
God. Just grab the cheap one to replace it real
Yeah.
quick. Let's see. I like the way New York people say "yeah"
Yeah.
as you're explaining something, as if, of course. Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
yeah. iPhone likes to reverse the image. That's why I'm asking. Oh, okay. No, he doesn't shoot any lives off an iPhone. It's from the computer and my iPad on Sundays.
Yeah. Which I have no idea how to operate.
Or sometimes it's from the camera on the computer in the office. That's here at the house.
No. Right. Yeah. We have
I
3 different
usually
places
set
that we
the-
do lives from.
And that's not reversed. Tony, the video quality on the Ford video seems noticeably better. Did it? The Ford video?
I shot it with the same GoPro. Just the light was good. Just the light was good. It was very bright, clear, sunny day today, and I was able to shoot at the door with the door open because it's Sunday, and there's nobody around on Sundays, so there's no, generally speaking, there's no noise or anything like that. So I shot everything right at the entrance to the door. So that's probably why the quality was good.
If you have ducks, cats will find them. At least that's my experience, Zero says. There's no cats getting in this yard.
No, nothing could live.
No.
You don't understand. They're a weapon. Like when they work as a pack, like if they hear a noise, anything, any rustling in the backyard, all 5 of them just beat ass right to it, and like nothing could live.
There was a
I
possum
rescued a
here
possum
once,
from
yeah.
them not too long ago.
Torino Elite says we have ducks. They are filthy little buggers. I prefer the chickens. Really? They're dirtier than chickens?
Chickens are
are
pretty damn dirty.
They poop everywhere.
I miss having the chickens. The chickens were fun, but yeah, no, a lot of work.
Well, the dogs would hurt the chickens too, but I had to keep the beagles in the house because they killed one of our chickens.
Yeah.
I don't think the border collies would kill the chickens. They would herd them. But
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have
know.
too crazy a mix of dogs that they have different priorities that you really can't trust them,
no, the beagles are jerks.
Hello, Molly. Yes. What can I do for you? I love you too.
She's cute. Chickens stink. They can smell. You gotta keep their thing clean.
Somebody's thirsty.
Yeah.
So we almost at the end here?
Especially wet chickens stink. Yeah, a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, if it gets wet, it smells. Possums used to eat all the cat food, 10-pounder parent. Yeah. Things live under the shed because it's raised, and they get in there from the opposite side, and the dogs will go after whatever is under the shed. And I know there's skunks under there because Lily got sprayed once.
Oh, that was great. Point blank range.
And then she ran in the house, which was not great.
Point blank range. So it's blocked off now, but for a while it was open, like at the bottom. And Lily, she's a mutt, like she's done, we don't even know what the hell she is, but she's beautiful. But Lily, do you remember the skunk?
She's
Yeah.
nuts.
So, I kind of saw this happen. So the skunk was under the shed, and Lily goes running over to the to see what's going on, and the skunk turns around, and Lily's nose is before I could do anything. Right, Lily's nose is right in the skunk's ass, and a skunk let loose. I have never seen anything like this in my life, and it got her like right in the kisser.
She was foaming at the mouth.
Oh,
and
she was.
everything.
It was scary for a little bit because she was foaming at the mouth. She was having a really rough time with it, as you could expect. Getting sprayed right directly this far away from a skunk. So we ran her down to. What was it? Kelton's down here. They have the dog wash, and I got the anti possum thing. Squirted her down with that, but she had a rough time.
Yeah. They say don't wet it. They say squirt it down with whatever that mixture is.
Yeah, you squirt it down with that mixture. There's some people say tomato juice and stuff like that, but I didn't have time to go like find tomato juice and find different experiment with different treatments. So I just went right to the place and bought anti-skunk stuff.
Oxado says I just drove the 69 Roadrunner for over an hour. Pulled over a few times on Highway 111 to try and adjust the carb. Longest drive since the engine rebuild.
Nice. Yeah. You always got to work the bugs out. I'm doing this for 50 years, right? About that now, almost. Yeah, 50 years, and still, the very first time you put anything together, there's the bugs to work out. There's always bugs, things that you thought that was a good part, but it's not. You thought that was going to work, but it doesn't. You thought that was tight, but it wasn't. So it's like there's the new car bugs always. The first couple of days that you're driving it, you're always pulling over and adjusting this and setting that and fixing the other thing. That's just part of it.
Phyllis says we use Nature's Miracle at the laundromat when someone brings in something to be deskunked.
Nature's Miracle?
Yeah, but we charge an additional $30 for the treatment. Well, it's worth it.
Yeah, when you're dealing with it, yeah, it's worth it.
You can't get rid of it.
It's worth it.
It's really bad.
Yeah, the stuff that they sold, come to think of it, the stuff that they sold me down there was like a little crazy expensive, like more so than you would think.
Yeah, it's really bad.
That was bad. Everything stunk like skunk. The house, the
Yeah, she
backyard.
ran inside and jumped on the couch.
Oh,
It was
please.
really
Everything stunk like skunk.
brutal. It's just a nightmare. Horrible.
Molly Jane, what are you doing?
It ain't cheap, but it
What are you
is
doing,
easy.
princess?
Yeah.
You being a good girl? Yeah?
Anything like burnt rubber? Yeah, burnt rubber smells good.
Burnt rubber smells nice. It's skunk. If you've never smelled skunk, man. Oof.
Bad. Very bad. We have a few minutes left, Tony. Anything
Okay.
important you want to talk about?
Not
Are you
if-
doing that tear down of the 383?
Yes. Yes. No, we're not going to do it live.
No,
We're not going to do it live. Just the logistics of doing it live. No, we're going to get the 383 torn down, and then decide what we're going to do once we find out what's inside of it. No, I don't really have anything. I made a mental note today, okay, to Molly, get off of there.
what's she doing?
She was going after the plant up on the barbecue. I made a mental note today to start listing video ideas because I have to get back on the frequency that we were on. We're posting every day or every other day. So that's my goal for this month is to get frequency going again. And I have a few video ideas, but nothing of any consequence. I got the Buell Blast
Good
running.
night, Fun with Cars.
What's that?
Fun with Cars is leaving.
Oh, good night, brother. I got the Buell running, riding, doing everything perfect. So we're gonna get back to the dyno with that and start playing around with spark plug indexing is the first video I want to do. Try to do that this week. It's really up to Bill's schedule. This is a shop's busy time, so I don't know when he's going to be able to get us in, but that's that's on the agenda. Molly, get away from that. See, she's at that phase where she's in everything right now. And that's it. I can't really think of anything else I want to talk about.
No, you done?
No, I'm not offhand.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, nothing. I got nothing.
Okay. Well, on that note,
Merch is on the way.
yes. Well, if you ordered merch, it's on its way. We've had circumstances that we're dealing with currently, so it put us behind with a lot of stuff, and things are kind of starting to reach an equilibrium now. So should get back to normal relatively soon. Molly, no, get down. Everybody who contributed super chat, thank you. You purchased new cushions that I burned earlier in the live. You missed that if you're tuning in late. So everybody contributed super chat, thank you so much. Always appreciated, never expected. Everybody contributed with your presence and your conversation, thank you equally. Our awesome mods putting in the work tonight. Zero, Fubar, Mexican Spec, guys, thank you so much. And I think that's it, right? First day of June, so beautiful today. I hope it stays that way. It's been rainy. It's been like crazy here lately. So that's it. I think you pull the plug, and we call it done.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Don't be too offended by the Ford video.
Yeah. No hate intended on the Ford stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good night, all.
Good night.